Hi gang, how you all doing today? So, I thought I'd stop in and say hi and maybe give some messages because they're very active today. They're very active today. I hope you're all having a great day. So, our mediumship skills and things that we do are all different, right? We all have different ones. Um, Some of you don't even know yet that you have them. Some of us been doing this our whole lives, right? We don't read books and all that stuff because we just are who we are. So, but anyway, with that being said, there is an app. There is an app that I use, and I use it to communicate, so to speak, right? And so they were quite active. So, I just thought I'd see if there was anything happening today, and here they got me sucked into an hour of stuff here. So, I'm going to give it to you guys. And if we have to do this in two parts, we'll do it in two parts. I think this is something that would be best done live. But then I thought, oh, geez, if I do it live, God knows how they would come through because, again, it's going to pull on energies from everybody that's in there, right? Okay. So, and again, use your discernment, guys. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not for you, leave it, right? You're not supposed to make these things fit. But you might want to get a pen and a paper and jot down some words or maybe some numbers because I'm going to roll out a bunch of stuff at you, okay? And it might not make any sense. It might sound like babble, actually, to some of you. But we'll see. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to do this in this TikTok thing. I might need more than two parts because there's a lot to say here. But anyway, let's start out with this. Pot and 60. We're at 223. 223 is calm down. It's okay to take breaks, right? So, it's Sunday. It's gravy day. It's Italian gravy day, sauce gravy, whatever you want to call it. I'm born and raised in South Philly. We, we call it gravy, okay? Maybe there's somebody that's 60 that's making their gravy today that needs to know it's okay to take a break. Calm down. It's okay to take a break, right? Maybe even just go out to dinner today if you can, right? But, and then what came after that was chance, okay? 224. And again, maybe don't make the pot of gravy today. Maybe take a chance and go out for something to eat. You could look at it however, right? Use your own intuitive thoughts and decisions on some of these. But chance 224 is fundamentals. Secure your life. Okay? And I always ask, who's around, if they'll give me a name or they'll let me know. So you can take this different ways. Barry came through at 225. Now, Barry could have been the spirit I'm working with. The message could be for a Barry. It could have came from a Barry, right? So you take what's yours and you leave it, okay? So Barry at 225 is flexible mind. Adaptability is key, okay? Now, of course, there's a lot more to be said when it comes to what the numbers are giving me, but that would make for a really, really long video. So if we can't do that, I'm not even going to be able to get through this in the right amount of time. So I'm probably going to break this up into quite a few. Ideal was at 226. The heart. You embody love. Okay? So maybe some of you just need to remember that. Find your heart or just understand that we need more love in this world. And you can take it a lot of different ways, okay? Voter, 228. Recognize value. Building a life relies on gratitude for what you already have. Okay? Now, the words may not make any sense to the sentence, and that's not the way to look at it, okay? Because you can put it together with the rest of the words or some of the other messages. That's why I say, write it down, right? If something stands out to you that I'm talking on, write it down so that you can go back later and look at it and put your own message together that's specific for you and what you're going through or what you needed to hear today. Okay? You'll know. I promise you, you'll know. T was at 2:30, self-development, work on a weakness. Okay? So, just a reminder, I have my tea. I was doing it at my tea time, but maybe if you need to make a cup of tea and sit down and think about some things, right? Maybe there's something you want to work on. Maybe there's a habit you need to let go. Work on a weakness. Work on something of self for you that you want to change, right? Only you can change it. If there's something that you don't like, change it, okay? Overwhelm, 2:32. Build. This is not impossible, but it is hard work. And again, I want to tie that in with work on a weakness. Changing a habit. No, it's not easy. It is hard work, but it'll be worth it in the long run, right? Nothing comes easy. Nothing. Accuse, 2:33. And inform was also at 2:33. They came through, boom, boom. Gratitude rituals. Be thankful in everyday life. I know a lot of these messages come through with numbers that I'm giving you guys every day, right? Gratitude's the attitude. You got to be grateful for what you already have and things, right? Crowd, 2:34. Words matter. Align your thoughts. Elect was 2:35, and hurry came through at 2:35. Thank you. Gratitude is a great attitude. So you see, they're talking about the same thing, right? Hurry. I already said that to you. So then high came through at 2:36. And of course, when high comes through, I always ask if they're changing, if somebody else came through in a different spirits here. So, but high at 2:36 was make changes, right? The things you dislike, do something about it. I just said that, didn't I? Oh my God. You see, you can't make this shit up. They're still all here, so even though I told them I had to take a break. Anyway, Cooper came through. So either Cooper was working with me or this message is for Cooper. Okay, or Cooper's talking to somebody out there. 2:37. Cooper came through at 2:37 saying take responsibility. Reflect growth in your choices. Okay. So after Cooper came do not. 2:37, which was still in the time slot of take responsibility. Sure came in at 2:38. Sure. SURE. Give blessings. Remember those who helped you. Wagon came in at 2:38 as well. That's also was give blessings. Remember who helped you. Maybe somebody gave you a wagon. Lent you a wagon. Look up what a wagon is. Okay? There's meaning in everything. Okay? It could just be a symbolism for something. Again, I can go really, really deep with this, and I don't have the allotted time to kind of do that. So I'm going to do the best I can. Relieve came after that. 2:39, different perspective. Take new chances. What came through, they came through like crazy. Relieve, heal, B, and Hazel all came through at 2:39, back to back. So B is the B. But it could be, maybe your name is B. Maybe they call you B. Maybe you do something with B. Same thing. Hazel. You could have hazel eyes. Somebody could have hazel eyes. Your name could be Hazel, right? Maybe the message is for B and Hazel to have a different perspective. Take a new chance, okay? I'll be back because I'm out of time. See you in a minute.